I see you, little crusty ninja.
So I wanted to share a post from when Drake first put out Take Care. Take Care was the second album. At this time, Drake is he's hot as fish grease. And it was just undeniable. And Drake was breathing fresh air into the industry, and and actually, I guess it's never really stopped. But Drake was giving everybody one, like everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? I think again, Nicki and Wayne are definitely super important, but the YMC and B movement wouldn't have been what it was without Drake. It was the fact that Drake was so hot and was so popping, and you kind of had this like powerhouse of these great talents. Even other people in the background, Mac Man, Tyga, Jay Mills, God, all those guys are pretty talented. I mean, they weren't as talented as that big three we just mentioned, but they all had their own flavor, had something they was doing that was pretty cool. But Drake being Drake is what made that movement what it was. And I can remember when I first heard Take Care. I don't think I disliked it, but I'm going to say this about good albums, right? Most of the time, if it's a good artist and it's your first time hearing the album, give it a few listens, because when something is very, how can I say, when someone puts an album together, right? Not that the songs have to sound similar, but it's like an outfit, and the colors have to kind of blend in well together and match. So what can kind of feel like the first time you hear an album is it can kind of feel like the tracks are melding together, or the tracks, it kind of sounds the same or whatever it is. But but a lot of times that's a sign that this is going to be an easy listen once you get through it. Once you get through the whole experience, it's going to be an easier listen because you're going to start to notice all the nuances and all the details in the records. And especially with something like Party Next Door, that's how all Party Next Door albums, you got to kind of like rock with a little bit. I mean, the first time I heard P3, it had like more like slower tracks on there, right? But like I didn't realize how hard the just checking on you. I was checking on you. Just checking on you. You come. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way that he put that together, genius. But pardon me. But when I first heard that track, I wasn't jogging it like that. The whole album in general, it felt weird. It made my stomach feel weird because the sounds is very it's not lo-fi, but it's in that lower frequency. It's very bassy. So it's like it was a different kind of experience. But over time, I realized this album is amazing. This is incredible. You feel me? So let me go ahead and read this to y'all real quick. So it says, throw back to the internet reactions when Drake first dropped Take Care. The caption reads, story stays the same. Story stays the same. First reaction, he need commas. That's the problem. He no commas. But shout out to Kev Talks. Story stays the same. First reactions never change. Don't really need to do much explaining. So it says, throw back to internet's reactions when Drake first dropped Take Care. Now on my screen, I can't read it, so I'm going to go on Instagram and I will read it from there, because the sixth past 11th the world. You feel me? We must stop fighting. Yeah, so that John says, I agree with the review. Drake lost some respect with this one. In my own opinion, he should go back, dated the release day, and done a better CD. I think the album was weak, repetitive, and boring at times. Nothing new, nothing exciting. Same old, blah. Too much singing for me. I'm obviously a gangster, so don't fuck around. That's a solid album, but I'm not convinced it's album of the year. And somebody writes, nah, Carter 4 is better than this trash. Thank Me Later is better than Take Care. Features went harder on Thank Me Later. Classic verses from all of them. The rapping was better and no track had to be skipped. Take Care has a few I really don't like. Good album, but not great. Take Care went on to become pretty much an instant classic. Why is this relevant? Why is this relevant? It's relevant because you're witnessing a phenomenon. You're witnessing some really amazing shit play out right now. You understand? Let me play this clip from the Breakfast Club real quick.
I don't even know why though. I mean,
doing all types of acts. He's been,
There
trying to prove that he's not dead. He's very much alive. There's a lot going on.
I don't even know why though. I mean,
but he is charting, so I am gonna give him that.
Yes,
he's charting.
That is exactly where I was about to go. I don't know why, because at this point, I know we talked about it in here, and I know y'all don't care for some sexy songs for you, but the boy is moving. He is right now. Some sexy songs for you is supposed to be headed to number 1 on Billboard.
Congratulations.
Nice.
That's a big thing for him, because I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like the Kendrick goggles of Not Like Us has changed the way
I even
a lot of
look
people
at
look
him,
at Drake,
yeah,
which is so unfair
Drake
for him.
is still a superstar. He
He
still
is.
has core fans. He's still going to hit number 1 on all those charts.
I know.
He still got the labels calling saying what song should be at radio.
Yeah,
so even through the lawsuit,
I know,
they
but
did
it's
that
just,
last week.
It's hard to not look at some of the things and then like to see what he's doing, and then you just immediately think back to some of Kendrick's lyrics. Like, remember, he was like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, even the way that you dress.
Yeah, people talk about his outfits on tour.
The outfits,
and I'm like, that's crazy, because I feel even the stuff he's been doing on tours.
Let's stop that right there. Those were the kind of argument. All that shit right there, that's hate. That's hate, bro. That's not the kind of argument. First of all, that's not an argument. She started by saying, "Yo, when I see him, I think about I just don't look at him the same." And and then she says, when Kendrick said, "I hate the way you talk, I hate you walk, I hate the way you dress." Nigga, what? What? Huh? You are a radio personality. You realize that made no fucking sense? So you saying that you can't enjoy his music because Kendrick pointed out how much he hates Drake and just can't, because for the most part, Euphoria was mostly about like, hey man, I really do like you and everything, but at the same time, I am your biggest hater. And y'all let Kendrick say that and didn't think it was corny somehow. Or didn't think it was weird. From the very beginning, Euphoria was mostly about, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really be on your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen. Hey there, buddy. It's me, Kendrick. Because for the most part, Kendrick has been on Drake's dick his whole career. That man ain't never been able to get popping without Drake. Another reason why Take Care is important, because without Take Care was the album that shined light on Kendrick Lamar and made this whole thing possible. I'm an old ninja. I was outside when this was going on. So Kendrick Lamar was the name you would see on the rap blogs and stuff like that, right? But Kendrick Lamar don't even sound like a famous person. It just sounds like a nigga that's famous in your hood. You know what I mean? He was on honor roll. You know what I mean? Some shit like that, right? So I will always see posts from him, but I just never clicked. And it wasn't until he was on a Drake album, and I thought it was Drake. If you go and listen to Buried Alive, if you listen to that shit and then listen to Drake rap the rest of the album, their delivery and vocal inflections were way closer back then. Go listen to Section 80 and then go listen to Take Care around that time. Because they both had more of a nasally type of like delivery, you know what I mean? Which made them sound a little similar. Of course, it's a different rapping style, right? But even in that verse, I felt like Kendrick was more straightforward and more in this clearer. So I thought that was Drake rapping at first, and I found that this is Kendrick Lamar. So then from there, I wanted to hear Section 80, which was an amazing album, and then I became a Kendrick fan. All right, and that really, not only that, excuse me, people look at you differently when someone of a very high stature or status acknowledges how good you are. You know what I mean? That's why the cosign is important. He could have been on anyone's album, but being on Drake's album at that time was everything. Everything. The Weeknd too. That was an album that made The Weeknd. All right. Because again, having the approval of the boy has always been a stimulus package. But I keep telling you, the more you give, because people are selfish. So the more you give, the more efficient you are, the more productive you are, the more valuable you are, the less of a human being you are if you're a man. Okay. But I just wanted to stop it right there, because that's a sign of hate when you're making up a reason to not like someone, or you're making up a reason to ish on someone, or saying shit like, I'll give them that. It's crazy for someone who is nowhere near as talented or successful as Drake say shit like, I'll give him that. And what she wanted to say was basically, yeah, man, and it proves the point of the lawsuit. All right. The point of the lawsuit is that, yes, having you promoting a song